bouncing it on the surface. And it's okay.
Looking to level up your cooking skills? We've got you. Welcome to Mastering Dough, where today you'll be learning how to make hand-pulled noodles.
I am a huge fan of hand-pulled noodles. One of my absolute favorite meals in New York is a cumin lamb noodle dish made with hand-pulled noodles and a spicy Szechuan lamb curry. I'm Sarah, and today I'm making soy-cumin chicken and hand-pulled noodles with cucumber salad, Korean chili flakes, and scallions. Let's start by boiling a large pot of salted water. Then you're going to empty the flour packets into a medium bowl for easier scooping and measuring. This recipe serves 2, so double up on the ingredients for every 2 additional servings that you would like to make. Now we're gonna measure out 1.5 cups and an extra 2 tablespoons of flour and pour it into this separate large bowl here. So we're gonna use a spoon to scoop the flour into a measuring cup, and then we're gonna level it with a knife. Accuracy is really important here. All right, so we'll get this one leveled off, and now we'll add our 2 tablespoons. There's 1, and I'm being very careful not to pack the flour down into this. Now we're going to add a 1/2 cup of water and a pinch of salt, and we'll go ahead and stir until the flour is mixed for about 30 to 60 seconds, or until the dough starts to come together. So the dough will appear kind of shaggy and slightly sticky, but don't worry. We'll need more flour in the next step. We're gonna sprinkle reserved tablespoon of flour onto a clean, flat surface. And now we're gonna transfer the dough onto the floured surface and start to knead and fold until the dough forms a smooth ball. We're gonna place 1 palm in the center and then gently push down and away from your body, using your other hand to kind of gently hold the dough in place. We're gonna rotate it 90 degrees and then just continue to push, pull, rotate. And we're gonna repeat this for about 3 to 4 minutes here. So if the dough starts to feel a little sticky, you can actually go ahead and spray or rub your hands with some oil. We're gonna place the kneaded dough back into the bowl. Then we're gonna drizzle it with a very generous amount of olive oil and then turn to evenly coat it. Then cover with plastic wrap. We're gonna let the dough rest for at least 15 minutes, up to 30. If you're making 4 servings, we're gonna go ahead and cut the dough ball in half, reshape into 2 balls, and then cover both. So I'm gonna actually take this time to prep the rest of the ingredients to make the soy-cumin chicken and the cucumber salad. After the dough is rested, we're gonna transfer it to a clean work surface. You'll need a large flat surface for this step, with plenty of room to pull these noodles. Now press the dough into a long oval, about 10 inches long and 3 to 4 inches wide. And now we're gonna cut the dough into 10 1-inch wide pieces, or 20 pieces for 4 servings. All right, there are our 10 strips. 1 piece of dough at a time. You're gonna hold the ends with the long side facing towards you. And you're going to start to gently pull and kind of shake the dough a little. Once it starts getting long enough, you're actually gonna start bouncing it on the surface. It's okay if some of the noodles break while you're pulling. This noodle is very forgiving. Save those little pieces. If needed, use the palm of your hand to very gently flatten the dough to get the pieces to be 1/4 inch thick. However, if you do this, the noodles won't be as long, and honestly, pulling the noodles is the super fun part of this recipe. Once the water is boiling, you're gonna add the noodles. Very carefully, just a couple at a time here. So now you're gonna cook these noodles until they begin to float and are tender, which should take about 1 to 2 minutes here. One thing to keep in mind when you're boiling these noodles is don't overcrowd the pot. Cook the noodles in batches if needed, and remember that the noodles will be reheated when they are added to the spicy cumin chicken at the end of the recipe. Drain and rinse the noodles with cold water. Over medium-low heat, we're gonna add the sweet soy glaze, a 1/4 cup of water, and the drained noodles to the pan with the chicken mixture. Now we're going to cook, stirring gently until the noodles are coated for 1 to 2 minutes. And there you go. Make sure to eat it ASAP while it's still hot. Here's the final dish. Sometimes I personally like to finish this dish with a little Szechuan chili crisp for some added heat. I'm really going to need a bite of this. This is delicious. Can I take this home?